Hey guys, Case Top Branch, just finishing up an estimate. Something came to my mind. One thing I always drives me nuts is I'm always like the second or third opinion that people get. And my favorite thing to do is to poke holes in the client's thoughts and what they are thinking, because a lot of contractors and a lot of people assume that the clients know what they want, and a lot of times that's not really the case, especially when it comes to trees. They have no idea about anything. They have no idea about trees. When somebody buys a house, they don't know a thing. Everyone says, oh, this is the house, this is what you gotta do, and they stop basically at the four walls, but they really don't tell them anything else outside of, like, get to mow your lawn. So when it comes to trees, people have no idea of what to do. And they'll come through and say, I want to get rid of this tree, I want to cut that tree because these reasons that they think. And I go there and say, well, that one's not the problem. This one's the problem, because when you look at the leaf density, when you look at this branch formation, this crotch right here has got a lot of rot and stuff inside of it. You can see that there's some like furrows on the outside of it because the 2 leaders are flexing a lot. And you start telling them those kind of things, and they're like, oh my god, I'm so glad that you told me that. And it's like, I get to a lot of estimates, and you hear people are like, oh, you gotta cut that tree down just because it's taller than your house and it could fall on it. It's like, yes, you could get smashed in an accident on the road every single day when you're driving, but has that happened? No. Probability is pretty good that the tree is going to be standing there because it's already 50, 60 years old, so odds are pretty good that it's still going to be standing. You start using a little logic when you're at an estimate, and you end up talking yourself out of a job a lot of times, and I love doing that. I love talking myself out of a job, because when the person just gets fear-mongered, when the person gets told that these trees are a huge danger, or they watch fails on YouTube and Facebook all the time of trees falling down on people's houses, of course they're going to start thinking that their tree is going to fall down. But 9 times out of 10, they're going to stand up unless something is really wrong, and the tree is going to show you, the tree's going to tell you exactly what's wrong in it when you look at it. And nobody tells you that. So that's one of my pet peeves. One of the things that just, I guess, grinds my gears a little bit is that contractors think that the homeowners know exactly what they want, and so they say, I want to cut this tree down. And when you start trying to figure out the motivation behind the things that of the reason why they want to cut the tree down, you start figuring out, oh, it's just because they're scared. And it's like, well, you don't have to be scared because this, because that, because this. And then you end up building a huge amount of trust for that client. And I've been in a lot of ones where people don't go with us because we're a little bit more expensive than anybody else, but when they want jobs done again, they always give us a shot. They always call and say, oh, we always give Top Branch a call, because they get an honest opinion, one that's not looking just to take their money all the time. And I see it all the time, and everyone's like, they're just using fear tactics all the time. And it just shows you who the real tree guys are when you know what you're doing, when you know the science of trees, of the inner workings of things, and you hear this tree guy come over and says, yeah, you gotta cut this tree down just because it could fall on your house. And it's like, so you want them just to spend $5,000? You want them just to spend $3,000 on you just because you want the paycheck? And it's like, no, don't do that. So if you're one of those guys that fear mongers, I'm coming for you. I'm going to change the industry, so then that way that doesn't happen anymore, because it's unacceptable. It's like a doctor just pushing pills so he gets money. Same thing. That's not the way you should be doing it. And you should be using science, because you're a professional. They called you because they couldn't do it or they don't know. If you're just using them just for the short term, making a paycheck, it's not going to last very long. But if you're giving them solid information that's going to help them be better in the future, then your business isn't going to go anywhere. You're always going to have work because you're always going to have referrals, and that's what we're doing. So that's what I want to teach you guys how to do. But that was one of my little things. I'm running out of daylight, but if you like these rants, if you like these little truck talks that we're doing, just be sure to like, subscribe, throw the comments down on all the stuff that you want to hear, because I like doing them, and I have nothing else to do when I'm riding around in a truck besides call people and daydream about cutting trees. So I might as well talk with you about cutting trees too. So we'll see you guys in the next one, and yeah, we'll see if we can help grow your guys' business, help you at least entertain you. You guys can at least come along with me and give me some entertainment at least. See you in the next one. Bye.